Who's thinking about you now? If you were building a wall, or who would tear it all down and pull you through? Or who's thinking about you?
Welcome to Thoughts. I'm your host, Josie James. This is just a brief update episode. We've still got some interviews coming up, things like that, but we're working on them. As some of you who are followers of our little skits and everything else know, we tried to enter into the Moga video contest. Unfortunately, we did not win. So we're stopped using this equipment still. And as I said before in a prior episode, our shoestring budget doesn't even have shoestrings. Now, we are trying to enter into another contest, and that's what this show is partially about. It's the epic fantasy people. We love your show. We've been looking at different things that you're doing on it. In fact, we've actually used part of what we've done on gauntlets. Now, we had to do some modifications because this is going to be used for stunt work. And currently, this is not paper mache as you did. We used from a different technique that one of the other shows. As far as jewelry goes, this is actually layered cardboard that we bent around and held into place with wax paper and rubber bands. I'll bring a look up. And then once it was set, of course, we put these on, spray painted it gold. Currently, you're working with that basic nail polish, silver. We put the stars on here for our Hippolytus, Prince of the Amazons, which is the thing that we're currently still working on, of course. Right now, we're kind of like at a stalemate. We're checking out location shoots. We're currently setting up scripts, and we're still got a couple of special effects we're trying to work out. You have no idea. Anyone who's gone through some of the older stuff on our Prince Quasar channel here, you've probably seen what we've tried to do where I'm standing there looking like I'm trying to collect bullets. And we still don't quite have it right. Joe, who of course is the director and our main special effects guy, has been working on it. The program we use is what's called VideoPad. So, now, well, real quick, what should be appearing in front of me for a second is a picture from the last thing we did from the Wonder Who, where I am wearing these, but they didn't have the stern on them yet. One of the things we discovered that was a problem with these, because we, now this is a tough budget, the spray paint gold is good, and we used a basic shellac on it, not quite a shellac, basically we used hairspray. It's not holding. These got damp a little bit, and some of the weather we were working with, they were starting to open up too much. Once they dried out, they pulled back up, and here's the other one. With this, we didn't do like Epic Fantasy had, which was a basic clear cord. We used, well, this is cord, but not electrical cord. This is actually rope. And this needs to be respray painted again, but we're waiting until we get a hold of it. Well, basically just doing a little star pattern on here for now. Well, the reason why I'm showing these on the show right now is one of the things we're hoping on winning is he's got a medieval shield, which is what the contest is about. He's mentioned, showing what we've done with what he's shown so far. And just so you know, sir, some of the other things we are looking at is like the boulder you've done. I love that. Since my character is Hippolytus. And so you know, in the description below is a link to Wonder Who. So, because we're also going to be putting this link onto his show that's for the contest. So, and anyone who's interested in some of the crazy stuff we do, or you're wanting to do it yourself, in all honesty, there's a ton of stuff on YouTube as far as showing you how to costume and things like that. At Epic Fantasy, as far as props go, things like that, fantastic. Okay, I'm sorry. With this. We actually did two different techniques. The one, because we had the template, we had to round it off, down here. It's where, let me go ahead and show how this looks. And one of the things we still got to do, because we realized we had a problem with this, is that this kind of like, it's kind of rough on the wrist. So one of my friends who does costuming all the time is going to help me. She's got to take the tape that will go under here and will protect the wrist. That kind of like the butcher's does, and this still isn't 100%. We still got to fix this up. And I'm having trouble getting the wrist into this again. Yeah. So this kind of got a little tighter than it needed to be. And this is what's going to make it always interesting anytime I have to do a wonder change. Okay, making this to open up. Yeah, we go through this like crazy, but it has a bad habit of, because the edges are kind of sharp. We're going to be putting some type of tape she was telling me about into it. But yeah, here's the, so far so good. And so this is how this looks. You know, one of the problems I'm having with this though is flexibility on the wrist, and we're trying to work this out. We made it putting these completely to the side and trying to work out another way to do this. We've got plenty of. And so with this is actually, I believe, yep, 4 layers of cardboard that we cut out the pattern. And we put them together, glue them all together with the basic elements. Then we used, well, in this case with these, we used an old lava lamp. We put these around with wax paper around it and rubber bands to hold it all into place. We'll let it dry. Then we glued in this. Well, as I said, unfortunately with this, I'm taking a look and seeing that there's still, where they're still coming a little loose because of the moisture these got hit with. So we're going to be trying to find a, my friend has got, she's telling me it's some type of shellacking agent that should make these where we don't have to worry about that anymore. And then she's got something where I'll be able to put it in here and it'll be more comfortable on the wrist. We had to do this differently than what Epic Fantasy does, because with them they did it as a paper mache. Because the problem is, these have to be sturdy. Okay? If because I'm doing my own stunt work, of course, on this, and if I'm in a fight sequence and something just to hit me, and paper mache, well, this is at least is a little sturdier. You know, it's not going to be a hard hit, but with paper mache, So, but that's what we're doing with this so far. And as I said, here's the little spray paint that we used. It's a metallic enamel. So I'm putting my back in, and the bag I'm looking in right now is where my costume's at. So let me put these back on. So that's what we're basically doing with that, as far as that goes. Oh, and before I forget, we're also doing, and these should, we're also like interludes for the Prince of the Amazon show that we're working on. We've got 4 different interludes that we come up with, like if anyone remembers the old Linda Carter Wonder Woman show where it would go to commercial and you see, that thing. We've worked out this one. This one. This one, and this one. Okay, 4 different ones of different interludes that will mainly, as I said, we're talking with a couple people who want to sponsor us, because they like what we're seeing, they're liking the goofiness we're doing. So we're taking this step at a time, trying to do what we can. As I said, our shoestring budget doesn't even have shoestrings. It's terrible. Now, soon enough, one of my former interviews on the show is going to be talking to a psychiatrist, a doctor, who specializes in PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, and this mainly affects Army soldiers, and any military personnel that they've actually been out, they've actually happened to do the hard stuff, and then they get back home, and they still want that gun in their hand, because there are people that affects mildly, there are people that affects heavily, there are things they've had to do. I won't say which soldier I talked to about this, but he was talking about a situation where, unfortunately, the Taliban had a little girl walk right towards the convoy carrying a live grenade. You know, they have no choice. They've got to shoot. She's got a live grenade. When you have to take innocent life that's been forced to do something, or their family will die, you have no idea the type of ending that comes up to. So, but hopefully more will be arranged as far as that episode goes coming up. He's supposed to be talking with the doc sometime this week, and seeing what can be arranged so I can either talk with the psychiatrist directly himself or talk with other vets into that problem. So, that's some of what's been going on with that. So you know what's going on with the costuming, and if anyone's watched The Wonder Here, you know I now have a new lawsuit with the belt. I'll go ahead and pull that out real quick. And we have modified the belt using the same gold spray paint. There's been some problems with it, because here it is so far. But, you know, we're seeing some of the outtakes where we're taking a look. Some of the backs have been showing up, and this is how we've modified this from the original yellow belt. So it's and the lasso isn't here. We've gone with another one, but we may have some more money coming to us soon, where we can get some actual gold cord, you know, to use instead of this thing. This is a good rope and everything, and luckily, because I may be a lot of things, but one thing I am is an old cowpoke, so I do know how to work with a lariat. So, and this does actually have an actual noose on it, and this was dyed to look like this. So, and we're hopefully going to get some regular gold cord, and we may have to use this for stunt work, or may go to another character's costume. We don't know yet. We're just taking it a step at a time and doing what we can with our virtually non-existent budget. But thankfully, we've got a lot of friends trying to help us, either with costuming or volunteering their time as actors. But unfortunately, a lot of people work, so we're doing what we can. This is slowly coming along, slowly but surely. This one's a little messed up, and I may have to re-spray paint it and redo it the star pattern again, because I tried to put a template on here of a star, and then and it didn't work out as well. The template's actually in here in this bag. I just gotta find it. But this one we used some chalk and traced it out, and then like that way. So this is thoughts for today, and this is what we've been talking about. And I will make sure that the link is in the description below. So as I said, think for yourself. Don't let others think for you. Take a look at both sides of an issue. Decide for yourself. And this is Joseph James saying, have a good day. Okay, a little addendum onto this, something I forgot. What we're hoping on getting if we win the Epic Fantasy Contest, because he likes what we're telling with we're hoping on the medieval shield and the sword, that really long one from Game of Thrones. That would be fantastic. Mainly because there's a joke that we're wanting to use it in a couple of scenes, as far as we've got the template to do it and everything. It's just finding the time to actually make it. But hey, if we can get it, and what was that? It looks fantastic, and it's huge. We want it to be kind of a running joke that whenever we use it, that someone you couldn't find a bigger sword, and we can pretty much reply, but this is but my dagger. So those are the two things we're actually hoping on winning: is the medieval shield and the throwing sword. So as I said before, this is Josie James, and think for yourself. You have a good day.
Who's thinking about you now? If you were building a wall, or who would tear it all down and pull you through? Or who's thinking about you